Welcome, everyone, to Influential Leadership Tips. My name's Dave Miller.
And I'm John Hadley. Dave, we were talking recently about an interview with a CEO of a major consulting group around communication. And he said something else that really struck me. I hadn't heard anyone at this level say this, and it makes so much sense. He was being interviewed, and the interviewer said, "How has the CEO role been different from what you expected?" His response was, "I didn't understand at the beginning how much of my job involved not having a good day.
Wow.
People are not usually coming to me to high five. My job is to get into the problems and make decisions. When I started, it felt like I was having these dark meetings every day, and I felt like I wasn't doing my job well. But when I accepted that as part of the job, I was so much better at it and felt so much more positive within it." You know, that's so true. You know, you're not valued so much for all the normal things that you do really well, because those go smoothly. Your real value comes in when problems occur and you solve them, you make them go away. That's a real huge value you bring to the table. Like I emphasize that a lot with my career search clients around, yeah, if you do a great job solving problems, making them go away, and I'm your boss, what am I going to notice?
Well, I would just adjust what you say a little bit in that I think the good stuff is really valuable too. It's just not as appreciated.
Right.
It's not where people's attention are. What's going to get noticed more. And unfortunately, and I think this is what he was getting at, it's not even like you're going to get accolades when you make problems go away. It's you're just going to get abuse if you don't make the problems go away.
Absolutely. In fact,
kind of what I'm hearing there is if you think the CEO position is a place where you're going to be popular and you're going to have sycophants, maybe you do have some of those, but
or you're just going to be making inspirational speeches.
Yeah, no, it's probably a pretty lonely job, right? I mean, It is a lonely job, and you're going to probably get more bad press than good a lot of times.
Yeah, and
this is like a downer tip, doesn't it? I mean,
well, it is, but it's something good to think about in your career development.
Right?
Do I really enjoy the problems, the challenges that my boss's boss deal with? Are those the things I enjoy dealing with? If they are, then that's great. I should go for that. But if they're not, maybe I'm heading on the wrong track. I mean, I reached this point at one point in my actuarial career. I started realizing that the sorts of challenges and issues that the chief actuary dealt with really didn't excite me. There were certain parts of it that were interesting. There was some things that were intellectually stimulating, but overall, those weren't the issues I loved to work with. And I said, I'm on the wrong track here. I should not be aiming for chief actuary. I should be aiming for a very non-traditional role. And that's part of what led me into my systems consulting and ultimately into my coaching. I actually ended up being chief actuary at the end of my career, when basically I was asked to step in, but it just confirmed this is not the role I enjoy doing.
Right. It's not for the faint of heart either. Not saying that that's not why you didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying that we kind of admire the money, the prestige, the perks of those positions, but there's a lot of things that go with it that if we really knew what they were, we wouldn't like so much. And I think that's what he was saying.
Right.
Now, for other people, they're saying, hey, I'm up for the challenge. I may not be ready for it now, but I want to grow and develop and take that on. And that's great.
Yeah. If you enjoy those, I think the key is if you're going to go in that role, you embrace that. You say, I love being that problem solver. I love people bringing me the most difficult challenges, and I'm going to help fix those. Okay.
And I don't mind being criticized.
Yes.
You will be.
But I've got to embrace that if I'm going to be effective in that role.
Territory.
Yep. So that's what I wanted to share this week. I thought this was really interesting, and thanks for joining us. I'd say your homework assignment should be think a little bit about what the key challenges are in the next line up, the role that you might next aspire to. Are those the sorts of challenges you love to deal with? And that level of visibility, and maybe that level of a little less thankfulness than you get in your current role. But really think about that and say, is this what I want? And if it is, great, go after it. If it's not, this might be the time to start thinking about, where would I go that has the sorts of challenges and issues and style that I really enjoy? And let me start finding a way to aim my career in that direction.
Even it's within the same role.
Yeah.
You can morph it. And that's totally okay. That's a totally okay direction to go. So good stuff, John.
So we will talk to you next week.
Until then, be influential.